What up, YouTube? Easy Overdose here. Going to get into multi-boxing, dual boxing today. Macros, programs, scripts, add-ons, basically the works to get you started. Couldn't find any good guides that I liked on YouTube or the internet, so a lot of this stuff is just knowledge I've acquired over the years of multi-boxing, like free-to-play games and private servers and stuff. So to get started, I'm going to be using this program called HotkeyNet. It's free. All you have to do is go to Google, HotkeyNet, hotkeynet.com, free download, current build, save it, you're done. You're also going to want to get a script for WoW. So just type HotkeyNet script WoW, and it's going to be this one here that says Quick Start Guide for WoW. You're on this page. The two things I'm going to be using today are the picture-in-picture, which basically looks like this. So you're going to want to take and copy all this. So just highlight everything, hold Control, hit C, desktop, new text document, Control V, paste. That's it. Save. And then you're going to want this one as well, 2 WoWs on one PC, and do the same thing. Copy and paste that. And then of course if you have 4 WoWs or 5 WoWs, basically all it does is it changes these lines, adds more lines here, and renames more windows to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yada yada. So if you compare the scripts, it's just like these 2 lines are gone out of the 2, these 2 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 are gone, these 2 are gone. So if you had 5 accounts on one PC, you would be adding a W5, basically a WoW 5 to all this stuff. So that's pretty much that's covered right there. I changed my script personally. It comes default with A to Z. A to Z is like emulated key presses for both clients, and I found that the second account does not need to hit A to Z most of the time, unless you have stuff keybound on A to Z, which I don't have stuff keybound. I just use 1 through equal sign and F1 through F4 and a shift modifier. So, but I don't use a keyboard, I use a gamepad, which I'll get into that here in a minute as well, with the AutoInteract function. So, like I said, I took out, like right in here, it'll say A to Z, take it out. I had to add space, so jump over stuff. I added K. I'll get into that here in a minute too. I changed F1 to F12 to F1 to F4. I added OEM4, OEM6, which is the left bracket and right bracket key. Next to P, left bracket and right bracket, that's OEM4, OEM6. The way you can find out what that key is if you have it open like so, and you hit a key. It tells you right here, last key pressed, OEM4, OEM6. So if it's some weird key, like semicolon, it calls semicolon OEM1. It calls parenthesis OEM7. So you'll need to put that in properly if you have those keybound, and you want them to be recognized with this program. So let's get some WoWs open here. Alright, so I got 2 copies of WoW open now, and I got my auto HotkeyNet open. Make sure you load the script, and you load the one that was for WoW. There was the picture-in-picture we talked about, and then the WoW one. So make sure it's loaded. It'll tell you if it's got like errors. If it found errors and stuff, it'd be a red line. So it's open. Inside of the script, it says like all of this stuff you need to have scroll lock on for it to work. So turn scroll lock on, then Control plus R will rename the windows. So down here you see the window name, World of Warcraft, World of Warcraft. You hit Control R, now they're named WoW 1, WoW 2, and that's so it knows how to send these key presses to the the exact same application. So that's loaded up. We can go into gonna load up the shamans here. Alright, so you're gonna have a main window, or known as like a master window, and a slave window. So the master window, I got like most of my add-ons set up. They're actually adjusted to do picture-in-picture, which I'll show you here shortly if you're wondering why this corner is like all weird and funky looking. It's where the second window is going to go. And then you have the slave window that has not many add-ons. I got like bartender, and that's because I have my keybind set up for like bartender bar 4, bartender bar 5, stuff like that. I don't have it set up for the original Blizzard UI stuff. So instead of going in and rebinding everything, then I just load bartender. It's no big deal. It's a pretty light resource. It's 3 megabyte, whatever. So what you'll need to do is you're going to need to make some macros. I know the quality of the videos shitty because I'm actually using Fraps instead of DxTory, and Fraps you only get 2 options: full resolution, half resolution. My computer does not like to record at 1920 by 1200. Probably definitely not with 2 copies of WoW, and so there's no in between like I normally do, like an in between with DxTory. There's no in between with Fraps, so it's doing whatever 960 by 600. So whatever, Fraps is a piece of shit. Note that. So if there's anything important in here, I'll make sure to type it out or say it fluently. So you're going to need to make some macros for your slave guy. And the macro, you're going to need 2 of them, depending on if you're doing like melee or ranged. So for range, we're on ranged right now. The macro is /console space AutoInteract, one word, space 0. And what that does is makes it so when you click on something, he doesn't run off running towards it. So if I drag this one down here to my bar, click it, and then I click the thing now, like he starts going to it and starts running to it by just clicking it. So that's a trick that I'm going to get into with the melee here shortly. So for the ranged, you want that off. If you have that on for the ranged, it's going to mess you all up. So, and it sets it like per account, I'm pretty sure. So if you're going back and forth melee to range like I'm going to be doing, just have it in your macro to where when you hit it every time, it's going to make sure it's set properly. So it's /target focus is the second line, then /follow, then /assist, then /stopcasting. So basically you get your main guy here on focus. He's on focus now. And now when I hit this macro, it will put him on follow. So if I get over here and then get over here to this other guy and then hit the macro for it, it gets him on follow. So for some spells, this is the main account, the master account we're on right now. Slash start attack slash cast lightning bolt. You don't need the start attack. You don't need anything. I have another video talking about slash start attack and its benefits. It makes everything so much easier, especially doing this. Man, it makes this just like really easy. So you can see there, they're both casting. If I switch targets, they both switch targets. Pretty slick. So on the slave guy, you need a macro that says slash assist focus slash cast lightning bolt. So you're assisting your focus target. You're always going to have your master on focus target. So anything your master targets, the slave is going to target it as well, and just cast. And then if you lose, if you get lost, like say the follow breaks for some reason, you just have, you'll notice down here, I don't have that same spell on the slave window. So like I set that bind up specifically for this guy. So like that keybind there on the main guy is going to be left empty. So that way whenever like it's like this and my guy's like way over there doing whatever, I can just hit it, get him back on follow, just like that. And for questing, the AutoInteract thing, you'll want to go into your macros. I'm sorry, not macros. Keybinds, and you go down to targeting functions, and it says interact with target. Okay, by default this is not set. Okay, I set it to K because it's like it was just a random key that was unbound. So I set it to K. Alright, now what I did with K is on my gamepad I used this third profile here just for like multiboxing stuff. So I made a multi-key to where it does 2 key presses in one. So it does 3 and it does K. So every time I hit 3, it hits K as well to auto-interact. So that's basically like when I click this guy, get him on follow again. So when I click this guy, it's open on this screen, but it's not open on the other screen. So if I hit 3, you notice I have lightning bolt on 3 too. So I put anything I spam on 3 now because I keybound 3 with it. So everything that I'm going to be spamming for like opener is going to be on 3. So I hit 3 and then check over here and he's got the thing open. So then I'll pick my reward here and complete, and an add-on that I have actually turned in the other one for me, and you'll notice that it's going to accept the other one for me too as well. The add-on is called Jamba. So Jamba is actually pretty amazing. Just like anything, you'll want to go into profiles and you want to start making profiles for groups of people, because otherwise your team over here is going to get like congested and huge. So I got my shaman team, rogue team, pally team, mages team, locks team, doing a druid and hunter together. It's not optimal. I'm going to have to do a warrior and a priest together as well. I don't know how that's going to work, but a couple things I set up here. Like you have to set it up to where like this is a master or slave. I got this checked. When focus changes, set the master to the focus. I don't know when or where it would change. party invitation, accept from team. So like I can just highlight this guy, invite. It auto accepts. I don't even have to do anything. Just auto accepts. The auto follow after combat. So like it always gets you back on follow, which for ranged it don't matter. You're usually not breaking follow, but for melee that part's amazing. And then you gotta warn if I stop follow. So if this guy like breaks follow over here, he's got to break follow like more unnaturally than that, I guess. But it'll give you a raid warning, and it'll say like follow broken. I just been putting like a mark on his head. Like if I think I'm gonna lose him, the melee guys, I just put a mark on his head, and just keep an eye on him like that. Do not warn if in combat. Any member in combat. The quest thing here. Auto accept quest on the slave account and only from the team, so it's only the people that are in this list over here that you have set in here, and you can like add people, remove people, set the master, whatever. Completion, you want this right here checked. Tune complete quest with team. Tune choose same reward as team, so that'll work as long as you're running the same class with each other. If you're going to do, like I said, I'm going to do like a priest and a warrior, that's not going to work. You'll be leveling so quick anyway. Who really cares about, if you pick the wrong quest reward, whatever. Merchant, you can set it up to where it auto sells grays and like auto repairs and stuff. I have mine set to where when I hold Alt, it will sell the same item on everything. Bunch of stuff that I really didn't get into here. Didn't get into that either. Guess that's all I did with this one. Yeah, the profile thing. So if I was like, what I did on this is I made an original one, and then I hopped to a new set of tunes, and then created a new copy from, and then like shamans, and because I set all this stuff up already, so I just copy it from the other profile, and everything's set. And the only thing you'll have to do is you'll have to go in here and remove these people and change the names. So like after you get all that set up, you need to make sure that this tune has the add-on as well. So the slave tune has to have the add-on also. And then you can do this push settings for all modules, and what that means is it's going to send all these settings to the slave thing, so that the slave knows like I need to turn the quest in, I need to do all this shit, because this is all for the slave anyway, but he don't know what to do until you like sync the settings up. So you do that, and you come over here and it's receiving, bunch of receiving, and that's it. So let's go over here and see if we can kill some stuff. So over here, this is like replacing the original quest tracking. The thing with the HotkeyNet script is it's got a line at the bottom about broadcasting clicks. So use key as modifier OEM3. OEM3 is the tilde key. It's the little squiggly sign next to 1. So when you hold that down and then you click, and it's got left button, middle button, right button, button 4, or button 5. So if you have more than 5 buttons on your mouse, you'll have to add in button 6, button 7, whatever. And it sends it to both screens. So for quests like this, where I need to loot this apple here, and I need to loot it on like the other guy and not the main guy, like I can hold down the modifier key, and on his screen it's going to be farther forward than on my screen, so I need to click up here and hold the key down, and there he goes, he loots. So if I want to get him this one, I just kind of click right there, and there he loots. Alright, so whenever I want him to loot something, all I need to do, since I have the K key bound to my 3, and K is AutoInteract with target, I just need to target it, be by it, and then press 3, and there he goes, he loots it. Just like that. It's that simple. Alright, so now we're going to do some melee, because melee are a little bit trickier. I've heard some people say like you can't do melee simply because the follow function makes puts distance in between you, so like it doesn't run up and attack. And it is a little bit buggy, but it's not too bad. So got my 2 rogues sitting here. I'm gonna go into Jamba, make sure the team thing is set up right. Go ahead and invite myself. Alright, myself did not accept the invite for some reason. So check out why real quick. It's most likely because his Jamba is not set up. You have to make sure that your Jamba is not set up. See, this is like I converted this over from the Warlock's thing, so it's got the Warlock as the master, and it won't accept the invite unless it's from the master. So I need to add don't even know my own tune name. Backdoor Betsy. Add backdoor Betsy. So now backdoor Betsy's on there. Set master to backdoor Betsy. Now I should be able to invite myself and auto accept. There we go. So since his settings were all weird and it was like he was on like the Warlock profile, I'm gonna go ahead and go to here and send him all the settings. That way everything's like refreshed. Need to get over here and put myself on focus so I can follow. Now with the melee, you want to have click to move enabled on the melee. So it's interface, game, mouse, click to move. Okay, and I'll show you what that does here in a second. So I go up and I target this guy. Why do I have this shit on my bar? This gets on my bar every time I relog. It's fucking retarded. So same thing as before. Start attack on this guy. Assist focus on the other guy. And I go up and you hit the 3 key and that guy will actually take off on his own. Start attacking. So if you keep hitting it, it'll keep chasing him down. And this is actually kind of buggy. You'll see him there. He starts spinning in a circle, freaking out. And he will actually take off running. Nope, he didn't take off running. Sometimes he'll just like take off running. Like right there, he just took off running. If you hit the 3 key again, he'll go back to it. Something to do with mashing the button. I'm not really sure. So, but you can kind of see here how effective this is. He wants to kind of run off and do his own thing. That's because his Sinister Strike is picking up his own target whenever I'm moving around quicker than him. So you see there, he actually looted something. So if I want this guy to loot this, like that's his loot right here, I target it, and the reason why you want click to move on is so when you hit the 3, he will go to it and loot it. And where's his other loot? He's got loot there too, so I'm gonna send him over there. Tell him loot that one as well. And there was no loot on that one, but so let's see. There's some of his loot, so I'll tell him to go over there and get his loot. Yeah, he's not good at going through walls. So yeah, I mean you can see there he's looting stuff. It's tough jerky. And then you hit your macro to get him on follow again. And if for some reason you're on a fight that's longer, like a boss fight when you get into dungeons doing this, and like if I target this guy way back here and I start mashing 3 and send him in, he's gonna start spinning circles around this guy. And he just like freaks out, like he's angry. So to make him stop doing that is you just hit your follow macro once, and that makes him stop. So over here, and then I just tap the follow macro one time, and that's the macro that for him it's /console AutoInteract 1. 1's enabled. The AutoInteract needs to be enabled. And once again, what the AutoInteract does is when you click on something and get into like auto attack, it pursues it. It will take off and head towards it. And then target focus follow assist, stop casting. Okay, so now I'm gonna do my priest warrior combo that I'm not exactly thrilled about, but my buddy doesn't want a warrior, so I'm kind of stuck doing it this way. So this guy, of course he's got to have a special character in his name. I am just going to say something, try to whisper myself, copy it, paste it. So this is, I'm going to show you how to set all this up from scratch here. You notice I got like shit in the middle of my screen. Going to Jamba, profiles, new, it's going to be warrior priest, new profile, copy from, we're going to copy it from the shamans. Go up here to team, get rid of the shamans, add Kim Jong heals. You gotta go to the beginning and get rid of the space too. I don't know why there's a space there. I'm gonna make a Blizzard Sucks video about that. So my name is Mind If I Rage. I need to go over here and add that to disguise. I'm not making a profile for the slave guy. Only making a profile for the master. Set that guy to master. This is a trial account, so I need to make sure I got that on my friends list. Go back to Jamba. Make sure I can invite him. Okay, he joined, and I'm going to summon him. I notice I don't have random shit on my bars on this one, all the perks. So bring myself over here, get these guys together, get him closer to org, because I'm gonna be putting his hearth in org. So this guy, bartender, first off, it's gonna be my default bars for that one. I have smite, that's all I have, so right away Well, first I need to get the ranged macro ranged, keybind it to my normal follow bind, macro smite, assist focus, slash cast smite. It's going on 3, getting rid of the other one. Go ahead and get this guy on focus. So yeah, you see over here my profile. My stuff is over here ready to be picture-in-picture mode. My Scott is in the wrong place. I already set up a profile to do dual box to put it up there. So now, make sure that works. Follow broken, which is actually okay. That way she can hang out there and smite some shit for me. Yeah, she can't hit that one. So yeah, it's working out pretty well. So now we're going to do the picture-in-picture. We're going to go back here to the scripting, load script, picture-in-picture. It's set to home. So in this script here, the script did not come configured properly. What you'll need to do is in this section right here, this is your resolutions. So this first one here, 600 by 400, that's the one that's going to be picture-in-picture, the small one. The window position, if you're on 1900 by or 1920 by 1200 monitor, you can use these exact numbers. It's 600 by 400 and 1319 by 799. If you're on a 1920 by 1080 monitor, you're gonna have to tweak it a little bit. You'll probably be able to use 1319, but you're not gonna be able to use 799. You're probably gonna be around like 680. So you'll just have to keep tweaking it and keep reloading the script and keep doing it until you get it exactly where you want it. And by default, this thing didn't come with like 1920 by 1200. It had both of them like windowed really small. So you have to tweak the resolutions. And then yeah, I have it set to home key. So then I get in the game and I hit home. And you see I got myself down in the corner there now. So now what I need to do is I need to go back to HotkeyNet, load script, load my original WoW script. That way, when I move and jump, both of them jump and all that good stuff. So yeah, that's gonna conclude the little tutorial. I hope it helps you guys. I feel as though it's a better explanation, a more thorough explanation than what I found on YouTube looking for this stuff for myself. So hopefully it helps you guys. Subscribe, like, post comments down below if you have questions and you just want to comment, whatever. See you next time.